All right. Is it possible to see the faces?
Yeah,
Not yet, maybe.
good evening, Jim. Welcome to this webinar. We'll be having today's topic, having possible. Right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
possibilities. Therefore, we are from the space or we are from the questions. We are talking from the choice or we are talking in terms of symphony. Like what are the possibilities we are talking about?
Today it's going to be just simply possibilities. Like, are you willing to have possible? How many of you are willing to have things possible? Anyone? So what does possible mean to you?
Like asking the questions and creating the choices, and choices is converting into possibilities.
Yeah. So it's simply, I'm just asking, so what does possible mean to you? Everything that is, can we upgrade and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, Rang of the Patpak, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What does not possible mean to you? Everything that is. Can we please unmute and destroy it all? Right, Rang of the Patpak, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Now, how possible is possible for you?
How possible? Can you repeat?
How possible is possible for you?
Infinite possible.
Yes, there's infinite possibilities. But right now, I want you to get a grasp of something that you would like to create in your space. Get
Create
something that, yeah, create in your space.
multiple revenue streams.
Yeah. So if you look at multiple revenue streams here, now let's play with multiple revenue streams. Can you play with multiple revenue streams? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what is possible for you? Get the energy of it. Everything that is, will you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right, Rango Dapat Pakal 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you decided is not possible for you? Everything that is, get the energy of it. Everything that is, can you please unpit and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How possible is your possible to you? See, there's a difference between saying, hey, it is possible, it is available to me. There is one general possible that you have of what is should be possible. Now, my question to you is that how possible is your possible to you?
It is 100%.
All right, everything that just brought up, can you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds, and how not possible is it possible for you?
Energy of not possible.
How not possible is your possible for you? All of that, can you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Now, how I would like to play with anything that you, let's say if it's like infinite revenue streams that I'm looking at. So I will look at, okay, what is it? What can I do with it? Can I change it? And how can I change it? So, okay, what is it? I want multiple revenue streams. So which areas can I tap into that'll allow me to have the revenue streams that I'm asking for? And I may not have a form and structure of the areas of revenue streams, but it can just show up in my universe, right? I don't have to know what they are. It could be as simple as creating a new business, or it could be something which probably would be a borrowed idea from a friend as well. Okay, so all the projections, expectations, separations, rejections, and conclusions that you have of what necessarily needs to be a business idea that is going to generate for you, will you please give that up right now?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So if you could do anything today, Vijay,
Yes.
what would you like to generate?
Like multiple revenue streams working.
If you could do, Yeah.
Due to lockdown, working from home,
Yeah.
creating multiple revenue streams.
Yeah. So multiple revenue streams is one established. You've already decided this is what you would like. The other is you said working from home. What else?
Mm, it can be like health.
Sorry.
It can be improving the health conditions.
What else?
Like health is one, being
Okay.
fit is one,
Okay.
and can in terms of finance, business, health, and
Okay. So if let's say you were to put in the center of a, let's say you were to put in the center of a chart.
you are muted.
Has she gone offline, Vijay?
Yeah, coming back.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the line. Yeah. Sorry. So we were talking about multiple revenue streams, right? A couple of things that you would like to have in your space, right? So let's just try an experiment, okay? Now, let's just have you in the center of your universe, okay? Let's just, my God, my dog is like constantly barking. I'm so sorry about this. Okay. Let's just have you in the center, okay? Now, I want you to place all that you require of you around you. Okay? Vijay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So I require you to place all of things around you. Yeah. Now I want you to look into each of them and what if you check the energy of what you're asking for? Now let's say you're looking at a multiple revenue stream. What have you decided will come from your multiple revenue stream?
It can be expanding the business to multiple cities, or it can be increasing the number of people or more clients.
Sorry? I'm so
Serving
sorry,
more.
guys. This is like my first ever thing, and I am not just getting a hang of it yet, but I will get to it somehow. Let's just hope. Yeah, pock and pod, everything that is getting created here, right? Talking about Podpak online shirts, boys and beyonds. This is so new to me, and I'm just going bonkers here. Okay, let's get started on it. Okay, so get the energy of what you would like to create in your life. Get the energy of what you would like to create in your life. Okay, guys. Now, what do you expect? What have you decided will be the outcome of you getting what you have asked for? All of that. Can we please unprint and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, from Goodbye Podpak online shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, the other thing which I wanted to play with it also is like, I mean, how many times do you let things come to you, or how many times do you let things contribute to you? Do you even let things contribute to you, or is there a form and structure through which you will receive that which is to come as a contribution?
No form and structure.
Yeah. So then again, the next thing is like, right now, I want you to get a list of 3 things that you would like actualized in your life. All of you can take this example right now. 3 things that you would like actualized in your life. Get the energy of it. Okay. Now ask, is it mine? Is it mine or is it someone else's?
My, it is
Okay.
my health, my money, my joy. The three
Yeah.
points.
Yeah. So it's like saying, what you just mentioned, what have you mentioned? You mentioned as money, health, and joy. This is like saying world peace. Okay. It's something, it's going generic. Now I'm asking you to get to what you would actually want for yourself. I'm not saying money can't be an ask. It's like, how much money? What health are you looking for? What kind of joy are you looking for? I am asking you to go now more specific with what your ask is. Okay? With the specific, once you've got it specific, now ask, is it mine or someone else's? Everything that is bringing up once can be pretty unfit, destroy it all. Right from goodbye, pot, online shots, boys and beyonds. The next thing that I would like you to ponder or like to play with is, how soon am I willing to have it?
So
Truth.
within a year.
Yeah. So how soon am I willing to have it? And I want you to check it energetically from your body, because the mind will say, based on what the kind of income that I would like generated from the wishes that I have, or suddenly if I have like an extra, if I have some extra weight, what is the ideal weight that I would like to get into? I mean, like I would want to lose like 15 kgs right away. I mean, if I would allow my mind to have its way, then probably by tomorrow itself I would want to be 15 kgs less. But truth, am I actually willing to have it or not, is where your body comes into play. Okay. So truth, are you actually willing to have your first ask within a year? Is it light? Is it heavy?
Light.
All right. Are you willing to have your second ask within a year? Are you willing to have your third ask within a year? Now, am I also willing to generate what is required to have my first ask within a year? And everything that is bringing up, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right on Gupta Potpok online shots, boys and beyonds. Am I willing to do whatever it requires to do from my end to have what I'm asking for in a year with the second ask? Am I willing to have my third ask within a year? And anything and everything doesn't allow you to be perceive, receive all of that. Can you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right from Goodbye Potpok, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So, I mean, for me, having possible is creating ways where I am willing to have anything and everything that I desire. It could be as simple as, finding a pani puri wala in the corner, or it could be actually creating something which probably I have never thought of before as possible. I mean, so it's, what have you decided is possible for you? I mean, do you function from a yes possibility space, or do you function from no possibility space? Is another question that I would like to ask. Yeah. So that is something that I play with a lot. It's like, what is my default mode of functioning? And everything that is bringing up, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right from Goodbye Potpok online shots, boys and beyonds. And also at times, it's like I'm asking for something to show up. It's like I get an information of whatever I'm asking to create in my space. But then for me, the journey ends there. So truth, am I looking to move beyond the information that I've asked for to creation and generation? Or have I decided this is it for me? It's like buying an iPhone. Every time you buy an iPhone, you've already decided probably the shelf life or the usage is probably 2 years, because in 2 years you would like, your things to get upgraded, or maybe a year, whatever it is, however it is. So what have you decided your ask can contribute to you? Have you decided that it has to be a 1 year time, or have you decided that it's going to take a longer time? With the delivery of it, What are you asking for that is creating your reality, whether you can have it or not have it in the longer run? So because right now I'm willing to ask for things that can create and generate more so into the future as well with my present. Okay. I'm not very, no, so far I'm not yet comfortable with this format. I would like people to interact with me. Would anyone like to play with me with what they would like to create, and let's see the possible, explore the possibilities there? Anyone?
Yeah, I would like.
Hi, what's your name?
Dhara here.
Dhara. Okay, fine. Tell me.
Yeah, I would like to improve on my business.
Okay. What about your business?
We are into fragrance
Okay.
business. So the steps what I've taken is that I have started an online class, and I'm trying to keep updated on the online
So what
portals.
would you like to create? What is the possibility that you're looking
I'd like
for?
to generate more income, generate more distribution points.
Okay. That's it?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah, these are the steps
Okay.
which will take me more forward.
Okay. So let's go back to the questions that I started the session with. So how possible is it for you what you've decided you would require or you require for your business?
Yes, possible.
Okay. How possible? How soon later have you decided?
1 year time is fine.
All right. So there's 1 year time that you've given to you to create what you would like to create, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's take the 365 days that you've taken. Now, if 1 year is what you've taken to create, now what is your expectation from 1 year or of 1 year? How many distribution channels have you asked for? Do you have the clarity?
No.
There. Okay. Now you have asked for distribution channels, but right now you have not so what happens is, I tell you, when you ask for something, have that as an anchoring and ask for more of it. Okay. Now, what would be a comfortable distribution channel for you? What would be a comfortable number?
20 to 25.
20 to 25. 20 to 25 new distribution channels. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay. Now, 25 is your distribution channel that you're asking for, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, your ask could be, what will it take for 25 and more channels to show up? Yeah. And anything which does not allow that, can we please unmute and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right from Good Pop Online Shots, Boys and Beyonds. Now you could play with 25, you could play with a 40. Now, what is a doable number for you right away?
Like per month 2, 3 if I keep on adding.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
per month.
Now, if I am to ask you with what you've just mentioned, you said per month, if 2 or 3, I can add if I keep trying. Right?
Yes.
But if you don't try in that month, what's possible for you?
I'm a little bit positive because I do access and I don't know the house, but I know for sure it will come.
All right. So you've been asking for more and more of it to show up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if is like saying, I'm half pregnant. I'm either pregnant or I'm not. All right. So if you desire to create something in your space, it is always like, what would it take for me to have that at the speed of space? What will it take for me to have X number of vendors, X number of days at the speed of space, and anything which does not allow can be please unpaid and destroyed off.
Yes.
Right from Good Pop Online Shots, Boys and Beyond. Yeah. We always function for whatever you would like to create. Whatever you would like to create as your space, it is always an ask of what would it take. So when I functions from what would it take, I never function from if I am the perfect person, if my life goes fine, if something else and something else. So I will not give up my freedom to circumstances.
Yes.
So while cooking your daily meals, do you say, if I cook, then I get to eat at home?
That is true. But
Yeah. You do that? You do that a lot?
no, but that's true also.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, maybe cooking is not maybe the perfect example for you
Okay.
here. Yeah. But it is something like, if you want to, it's like you desire something. Do you keep it open-ended for other people to decide whether you can get it or not?
No.
Yeah. So when you function from if, it allows other people to influence, interesting point of view, I have this point of view, other people to influence your line of thought, your line of creation, because you've applied a if. Because now the moment you say if, you're half committed. You're either committed or you're not. Now check the energy of, if I get 2-3 people, I will get to the target. And the other energy being, what will it take for me to get this target done by this month? Which has a more creative, generative energy?
The second one.
Absolutely. So the moment you say, what will it take, your energies have aligned to it. Now, the only act of doing is generating and getting those 2-3. When I say if, it is like if it happens, if I do the work, if my health is fine, if my family is agreeing, if people are nice, if Corona happens, if Corona doesn't happen. Do you see, then you kind of open up the whole gamut of possibilities that you actually don't want coming in your way in your creation. Yeah. So going forward, a brilliant question to ask would be, what would it take for me to have this? Okay. Now that is one. The other thing being, it isn't about, I mean, like if you start saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to do this from tomorrow. I will do it from next month, right? We often do that. We would like to do it tomorrow. We'd like to do it next month. So when we say we would like to do it tomorrow or we would do it next month, guess what? When I look into my choice tomorrow, what is my figure of speech? I will do it tomorrow.
Future.
I will do it tomorrow. So everything gets postponed to tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. So tomorrow could be after 10 years as well. So there is no anchoring of what I would like as a possibility in my world. All right. So what would it take for me to have this? What would it take for me to have 2 extra channels now? The moment I say, what will it take for me to have 2 extra channels right now? What is your energy feel right now? Is it like rushing? There is a sense of urgency. I have to do, I have to create, I have to do, I have to create. Is it now beginning to get you to the actualization of your ask?
Yeah, because I have already started, I'm determined to do it.
Okay. So determined to do it is one, and okay.
Like without delay, without postponements. So sometimes we think that, okay, today I feel lazy, I'll do it tomorrow. So
Yeah.
that point
So
has
I
gone
have this
away.
interesting point of view about determination. I mean, for me, determination never really works. I mean, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So it is like, so do you have family living with you?
Yes.
So you've got kids? Okay.
No.
So you stay with your parents?
No, my husband and.
Okay. So it's like you're married, right? Okay.
Yes.
That is established you're married. Okay. Now that you have entered into a marriage, if you say, I'm determined to be a wife to my husband, vis-a-vis, I got married to this wonderful man, and I wonder how much fun can I have with this person, and I wonder what all can we create together. What's the generative energy here?
Wonderful.
Which one is more generative? I am determined to be a wife to my husband, and the other is, oh, I married this wonderful person. I want married this wonderful being, and I wonder how much fun can we have together, creating our lives together. In which possibility are you going to be more playful?
Second one.
Exactly. So the second one being, so what if you could have that same playful energy in the generation of your business? I have chosen this business, and I wonder how much fun I can have in the creation of it. What can I do today that would make the numbers roll in right away. And anything and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, receive that, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right from the Papak all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Are you getting the energy of the ask?
Yes. Yes.
You can demand of yourself, but you can only respect of the universe and the request of the universe, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like you have to request of the universe. You cannot demand from the universe. Yeah. Trying to demand from the universe is like trying to control 100 kids. When there are ice creams and when there are ice creams and there's some playgrounds around, you know, it's like trying to control all of them. So what if going forward you function from, okay, this is my demand of me that I will go out and create this for myself. And I want the universe, what can you contribute to me?
Yes.
And anything and everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, receive all of this right away, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right from good Papa all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
Jimlee, I have a question.
Hi, Sanjay.
Hello, how are you?
Very good.
I have a question. That what you as you said, that determination thing that didn't work with you. So same is with me. I don't get determined to anything. I consider that is a problem for me, because what I'm willing to do is I've collected so many books. I wanted to read so many books, but what happens with me, I read 2 pages, then I don't do it. And what happens? I ask the question, who does it belong to? Then also I'm sitting. By the time I'm not willing to read the book, then I go in the question, who does it belong to? Then also I'm just sitting there and not even changing my mode to read the book. So how to change this?
So true, do you require playmates?
Yes.
So what would it take for you to ask? I mean, it's like, you know, you can't, I mean, we are the way we are. I mean, no matter how much we try to kind of, you know, make ourselves fit into a box. I mean, so it's like, you know, what if you never went into the wrongness of who and what we are?
Yes.
I mean, this is the way we like things. I mean, it's like, maybe it reminds you of a time when, you know, you never liked playing alone, probably as you know, as a child, or maybe you just like to kind of play with friends. I mean, that was more fun for you, and it still continues. I mean, somewhere you probably must have decided. So truth, have you decided, you know, access is fun for you? Yeah. So if you've decided, let's say, access is fun for you, and how much are you still searching for playmates?
Pardon?
How much are you still searching for playmates to play with you?
I've been searching
a
lot. I guess.
So everything you have decided playing is that if you can only play with people and never with you, let's say, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right on with the all nice shots, boys and beyond. So all the DJ CCs that you have of what a playmate means to you, or playing means to you, or being playful means to you, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right on good by all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Better, worse, same?
Yes. So what happened that my father also says this thing to me always, that the person who is determined is a good person. The person.
So everything a father means to you, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right on good by all nice shots, boys and beyonds. I mean, you know, it's like, yes, we do have people from the earlier generations who think a little differently than we do. So, but what if how we think is not a wrongness? And how they think, they thought of it is also not a wrongness, and it's a choice that they have made. If we are not willing to apply the same formula onto everyone else, we all can have our own realities based on a level of choices that we are willing to commit to. Yeah. And everything that brought up, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right from good all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah. What else, guys? I mean, for me, the interactive mode is easier, you know. You tell me what is, and then we'll boom, 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 we'll kind of shift things, you know. Yeah. Anyone else would like to ask? Everyone is silent behind their names.
How do we add space to the possibilities?
What?
How do we
Voice is
add
breaking
space
up,
to the
yeah?
possibilities? How do we add space to the possibilities?
So, Vijay, your voice is coming in like broken bits. Do you want to type
How
it?
do we add?
Do you want to type it? How do we add to the space of possibilities? Tell me more. What is it that you want to know? A constant ask for me would be what else is possible. I'm constantly in a what is possible mode. Like even if I get an answer that seems, if I get an answer that is doable for me, I'm still willing to ask another possibility, just so that, you know, I just like to have more than what I actually require at any point in time.
Yeah, by asking questions, we have choices, and based on the choices, we have possibilities. And
Yeah.
how to create that space of choosing those possibilities.
Of choosing those possibilities? Yeah, you've got to be willing to ask.
Yeah, only by questions.
Yes, you have to be willing to ask time and again. So I will be constantly be asking if I want something. Let's say I wanna buy a new house for myself. Okay, if I wanna buy a new house for myself, so truth, am I truly willing to own a house? First question, yes, no. First, in fact, before all of that, I would ask, so is it mine or someone else's buying the house right now? Okay, yes, no. Then it was like truth. So do I really want to own a house right now? Yes, no. Okay, so if I would like to own a house, when do I see myself owning a house? All right, that would be the third question. And then I will be pocket podding into the third question. And then, of course, I will go on to, am I willing to commit to a house right now? Okay, once I've got established that it is my choice, mine, then I will ask myself probably, it's like, how soon am I willing to have that choice? Am I willing to have the choice in the next 5 years? Yes, no. Yes, okay. Then am I willing to have a choice in the next 4 years? Okay. Then am I willing to have the choice in the next 3 years? The 3.5, if it shows up, okay. So which means if I have a choice that I've already decided has to get activated in 3.5 years, me breaking my head right now saying, I can't have a house, I can't have a house, I can't have a house, is killing off possibilities for me. I'm more willing to be an allowance and say, okay, I get energetically, I would like to have 3.5 years later. I mean, that's somewhere I have computed in my head that 3.5 years is probably an ideal time for me to own a house. So what instead, if I would like to have the house show up earlier, so what would it take for me to have the house right away? So when I get clear of my expected time energetically and what I decided to commit myself to, then I have an alignment of the ask. Then a house can show up maybe earlier than that. Yeah, and everything that just brought up, can you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Anyone?
Like we are setting the goal and then we are taking the action on it.
Sorry?
That means we are deciding the goal and taking the action on it.
You are deciding the, I'm so sorry, your voice is goal. Yeah,
Goal.
Always. Where would you like to go? I mean, like if I'm in the first floor and I move to the 10th floor and I don't acknowledge the fact that I was in the first floor, 10th floor is just a floor. So if I would like to go to the 10th floor, okay, this is 10th floor, okay. How would I like to go there? Okay, maybe by stairs or by lift, then it's my choice. Yeah? Anyone else would like to play?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Sanita. I'm in Bangalore and I'm from Guwahati. So I have this really weird question, okay? So currently I am actually living the dream job that I had always wanted.
You get so lucky.
Okay, and yes, how does it get any better than this? Then all the other things are going good, okay? But then there is this never-ending desire of everything. Okay, for example, if I look at you, I'll be like, oh, a part of me wants to do what you're doing. A part of me wants to do something else. There are like so many possibilities. Now, it's not required that I choose only one.
Yeah.
I'm currently choosing 2 possibilities, but how do I create more? And then how do I finalize what I want to do? Because that's too many things.
Wow, that's a very interesting word you use. Finalize what I would like to do. How many textbook definitions are going on in your head right now? All of that, can we please unmute and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, from good.
But then what do you mean by textbook definition?
So, I mean, finalize, I mean, do you even ever finalize on what you would like to do? I mean, you're just one choice away from another choice. How do you finalize a choice?
Yeah, and it can be a long journey, right? It can be many things.
Yeah, it could be many things. It could change many places. It could morph into something else. So how many choice points are you? Okay. So how many choices do you function from? Truth. First answer can't take so long.
Infinite.
Oh, don't give me an access answer.
No, really. Like choices तो बहुत है. करना क्या है?
हाँ, choices तो बहुत है, पक्का choices बहुत है. But right now I'm asking you. So truth, how many choices do you function from? You as Sanhita function from at any point in time.
Probably 2, 3.
Yeah, I got 2 as well. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging. So if let's say I have decided that I can only move 2, it's like 2 is like I have a fork road. That's always available for me. Like when I see, I will see 10 like this for me. Like, you know, that's something, you know, that I get used to like asking again and again. So, I mean, everywhere you get satisfied with 2, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right on, good back, pot, online shorts, boys and beyond. So what can I do different that will allow me to receive a little bit more than I did till yesterday and with absolute total ease? And anything and everything that does allow it to know we pursue receive that, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right from good back, pot, online shorts, boys and beyonds. What would it take for me to receive a little bit more than yesterday? What would it take for me to expand my choices a little more than I did till yesterday? Let's be gentle with each other. Like, you know, I mean, you can't expect a baby to run a marathon. So if let's say let's say you're functioning from two choice reality at any point in time, because that is what you go default, and what probably that is what has been kind of been your space of functioning. So how can we expand that to a greater space? Okay, be willing to ask to expand this space. So if let's say you catch yourself doing 2 choices at any point in time, like I can do only this or that, you know, so insert a third possibility. Okay, I'm used to doing only 2 things at one point in time. What if I'm reading, let's say 2 books, what if I start reading 3 books now going forward at one point in time? Already 3 is feeling like a stretch. Like, how is it possible in 3? So get that, you know, keep inserting an additional choice at one point in time. And what would it take for not to be overwhelmed with choices? Everything that is can be please uncreate and destroy it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah. So that is something that you can definitely play with regards to doing it. So you can always ask yourself, is it mine or someone else's? Is it mine or someone else's? So if there is truly an alignment, like today, if you see a doctor, if you see Grey's Anatomy, of course you want to be a doctor. But if you see X-Files, you want to be an investigator. I mean, it's obvious that, you know, you would want a little bit of everyone's world. So what if you could have a bit of every world that you desire, and whenever you desire, without needing to be necessarily be it? So everywhere you've asked for experiences, everywhere you've asked to understand experiences, and pull those experiences into your world so that you finally know how it feels, what it feels like. Can you please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right from good nice shorts, boys and beyonds. The good side here is, of course, you will get to kind of lick in all the flavors. The flip side is you will also get to lick in all the shit in the world as well, because you've asked for experiences. Yeah. So what if you could ask to know, be, perceive, receive the information that you require without necessarily getting into it? Sometimes you never know. You just want to probably play the role of a doctor. What if you just went for a workshop and interacted with doctors as to know how their lives are? A day with a doctor, there, done. A day with an ad guy, done. A day with a social worker. Everywhere you've decided that your choice is a choice that you have to live for the rest of your life. Can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, nice shots, boys and beyonds. How is it in your world? Better, worse, the same?
Huh? Sorry?
How is it in your world? Better, worse, or same?
Better.
Better. Is there anything else you would like to change?
Not really.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right.
If you want to say something, you can say.
Oh no,
If
have fun.
anything is coming.
Have fun. Have fun. Be willing. And be, I mean, what if it's not a wrongness? What if it's not a wrongness? You desiring to try something. Okay. But what if it didn't have to come with a life sentence is what I'm trying to tell you. What if your choices didn't have to come to you with a life sentence?
Correct.
What if you could just have it what if you could just have it in the moment and that's it? And you're done.
I think it's all the implants. I don't know, like people say, you have to choose, you have to do only one thing, you can't do everything. I think, that's where we get limited to one choice. And for me, if it's two, you would go by the Robert Frost poem and you're like, okay, I'm moving to two now. But
everywhere you're not willing to shock the world. Can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, nice shots, boys and beyonds.
Thank
Cool.
you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? possibilities. You know, I read this beautiful line. I was reading this amazing book by Gary, Projections, Expectations, Separations, Rejections, Conclusions. And I thought there was one line that made just so much sense to me. And it is, all things become possible when you are willing to have the awareness of all things that are possible. All things become possible when you are willing to have the awareness of all things possible. What if we focused on things that we would like to see more in the world, what we would like to create in the world more? And anything and everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, receive all of that, can we please uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Is there anyone willing to ask?
Yeah, hi, this is Preeti here
Hi, Preeti.
from Bangalore.
Hi.
Actually, I'm like constantly facing a constant fight with my body, as in I want to lose weight to be fit and healthy and also to look good. And in the past, I've done random things to lose weight and I have succeeded in it. But the same things I find it difficult now to do it.
Okay.
And the more I try to do something constantly to reduce weight, my body wants to eat more, and like it's constant push and pull kind of a situation. So then I get a lot of angerness on myself that, oh, you're not able to do it. So how do I make it possible is my question.
So, Truth, do you really want to lose the weight?
Yes.
Okay. So anything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, can you please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nice shots, boys and beyond. So, Truth, how soon do you want to lose the weight?
2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it feel light for your body?
It feels little heavy.
Okay. So how much do you want to lose?
15 kgs.
15 kgs. Oh, that's not too much. Okay, come on, 15 kgs. Okay. So 2 months. So which means if you have to break it up, I'm just saying, if you're going to break it up, it's going to be, let's say, 7.5.
Yes.
Linear, okay. Now, if it didn't go linear, of course, a lot of things are possible. But Chush, are we truly willing to lose the weight?
Yes.
Okay. Are we willing to do the work that is required to lose the weight?
That's where I get blocked. I mean, I don't want to do anything and just get the result. This is the constant.
So what would it take for me to, have you even tried doing a clearing? What would it take for me to lose all the weight that I require to lose the weight, with ease, joy, and glory?
I've not done that thing.
Yeah, do that. And so you've got, there's this interesting example, okay? So there is this person who kept on asking, hey, I would like to have some more money. I would like to have some more money. Okay. And I don't know if I read it somewhere or what, I don't exactly remember, but I still remember the story. So it's like, you're asking for money to show up. You're asking for money to show up. Let's say you're asking for like 3 crores to show up and oh my God, my co-facilitator is constantly barking. I'm so sorry about these guys. My dog is my co-facilitator here. Yeah. So it's like you're asking for money to show up, and you're asking for, let's say, 3 crores. The next thing you find out is that your house got burned down and you got your insurance as 3 crores.
Yeah, exactly the same thing happens, that I keep saying that I want to lose weight, and my weight every week increases.
So how much is your body rebelling against? I will not give her what she asked. How much do you function from? I will not do what I'm asked of. Pretty. Are you there, Preeti? We sure did blast something in her universe. Yes, Preeti. And everything that brought up for all of you, can we please unmute and destroy it all? Right, from good protocol, nice shots, boys and beyonds. Don't even do Mm.
Yeah. We'll wind up here.
Uh,
No more questions.
Jimlee, hi, Anita here
Yeah.
from Hyderabad. If Preeti is not there,
Yes.
can I ask
Yes.
you? You remember that we used to swap SOP session? Anyway, uh, so my question is, when you just said that, how much are you resisting when you are being asked to do something, you don't commit to that?
Sorry, I had to just let my dog in. Can you hear me? Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. Can you hear me? When you said that to her, that how much are you resisting not to do when somebody is asking you to do?
Yeah.
And that triggered something in me that, when somebody has been asking me to do,
Yeah.
I resist so much that I don't want to do it.
Yeah. That's like the innate trait of a humanoid. I mean, in the moment we are asked, to do something, like we are asked, but we are told to do something, we will not
Yeah.
deliver. It's like given and it's like given. Like you
Then
will.
how do we function from this reality, in this reality?
So what will it take for people to talk to you in a way that is nicer and kinder to you?
Areva.
What energy space consciousness can you and a body be to only have people around you who are nice, who can talk in the language that you would like to hear and for all eternity?
Wow.
And anything which just does not allow you to know, we pursue, receive that. Can you please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes, please.
Right from goodbye, pot, all nice shots, boys and beyonds.
Another thing, what Preeti was asking,
Yeah.
the same issue, it just struck me that, you're choosing something, but you're not committed to make that change, do the change. Then how do we do it? That's a question.
So what I have been playing now for the past probably, I think I've been playing more and more with this year actually. So anytime I would like to create something, do you know what I tell myself? Just for today, can I do this? The moment you take it just for today,
wow.
the moment you say just for today, immediately the expectation of that so many days in the future that you have to commit to, how many days you will lose, how many times you have to wake up early, sleep early, be in a schedule, that form, the rigidity, the structure doesn't fall on you so very strongly. So it's like, just for today, can I do a workout? So when I'm doing just for today, the day I don't even have an additional judgment on me that I didn't do, because I didn't choose to do it that way. So the very next day I'll go back and say, hey, just for today, can I do this workout? Just for today, let's do this. Or, how about I do this just for today? Even with kids, right? If you just tell your kids, just for today, will you just do the bed? They're like, okay, she said just for today. She didn't say forever. They're more willing to listen. And then when you keep doing just for today, you beautifully fall into the habit of doing it. Does it make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Lot of sense.
Yay!
And I have, when it comes to commitment, I walk out till the end, and then in the last minute, when it comes to commitment,
your voice is breaking.
I check out.
Your voice is breaking. Sorry.
There is an energy in my universe. How do I deal with it?
Hey, Anita, I'm not able to hear you properly. Is it possible for you to type in?
Now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, tell me.
I said,
yeah,
when it comes to say commitment, when it is about to actualize, I check out or go back at times. So
okay.
how do we deal with that energy?
Say more.
Say, for example, there is a program that I have enrolled, and then when it comes to taking up an action to do something, to commit to that, I again doubt myself. Do I do it or do I not do it? I go into the
It's for choosing a course or for showing up for the course?
And then it is say doing a new job or a new business or start something different. A kind of go into that doubting my abilities. Will I be able to do it? How will I
So
do
what
it?
if you asked for all the contributed people to show up? What would it take? What if I didn't have to know anything? And what if I found people who knew everything on my
Still
way?
choose it?
Yeah, and what if I found everyone and everything? What if I found everyone who knew everything show up in my way and help
Wow.
me create whatever I would like to create?
Amazing.
So, I mean, I get it. I mean, most of the discussion that we've all had with each other right now in this group, it's like, what if we are not a wrongness with whatever we would like to? I mean, come on, like who starts knowing that he's going to be some big, business magnate? Everyone starts with just selling newspapers. I mean, look at Warren Buffett. I mean, he started selling newspapers. I mean, did he have the whole formula of how he's going to create? So what expectations do you have of you with the business that you're trying to create?
You hit the nail.
Everything that is can be please uncreated and destroyed all.
Yes, please.
Right from good, pop, online shorts, boys and beyonds. So if you didn't have any expectation of you, what would you create?
Wow, it's so expansive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I allow myself to fail? What if I am wrong? I'm not choosing to go into that space at all.
Yeah. So am I willing to play is probably one question that I have been playing a lot. It's like, if I were being playful, not even if I were being playful, it's like, how much fun can I have today? It's literally come down to how much fun can I have with whatever I'm choosing to create with my life.
Wow.
And will you give yourself permission to have fun?
No is coming up to me.
Exactly. So everywhere we are remembering, probably, how many of you remember your parents saying, no, you can't go for extra playtime.
Yeah.
Your studies. Do the
and you got to be serious and
yes,
you
got to
blah,
be
blah, blah.
serious. So I think I ran it on Sanhita. So what would it take for you to shock yourself, man, going forward? What would it take for you to be out of control, form, structure, definition, concentricities, and all of that, and whatever Gary says, for all eternity? And anything and everything does not allow you to know, we pursue, receive, have it right away. Will you uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes, please.
Right from the online shorts, boys and beyonds. Who do I become when I deny myself the joy?
Oh, my mom.
Enjoy. We will not clear you at all.
When you asked that, it popped up.
So even when we can't have them physically in front of us, how much do we carry them in our heads of what we can or cannot do?
Yeah, she's right in front of me.
Return to sender.
Okay. So what questions can I
Sorry?
Sorry? Oh, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
Preeti's here saying she got disconnected. Yes, Preeti. Do you still? I thought we blasted. While blasting your universe, we blasted you as well. Yes, Preeti. Do you want to unmute yourself and engage?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So actually that question was very light for me, that how much I don't listen to others, as in this, like a lot of people give me suggestion and I don't want to listen to people and I just want to follow my way out.
Yeah.
And there's a constant ye karna chahiye, wo karna chahiye. So yeah, maybe my body is also not listening to me. I don't know.
Okay, this is my very interesting point of view, okay? You have to request of the body.
Okay.
I mean, my interesting point of view is that, what if you engaged with the body as well? Say, hey, body, what shape do you desire?
Okay.
And also be willing, like, I just spoke to Anita and I think you missed that conversation.
Yes, I completely missed it.
Yeah. So what if you just asked your body, hey, body, just for today, can we do some workouts? Can we choose some workouts?
Okay.
What if
Okay.
you just required a little bit of choice with the choices you've made for you as well?
Mm.
Right? You have chosen to do workouts. And what if you required more choice even then? So what if you engage with the body and says, hey, body, can we do a workout now? Or do you like to kind of, or just some routine that you would like to start with, to engage with the body?
Okay.
And how present will you have to be with your body? There's there's one exercise that I kind of tell my clients, my students, people who have problems with their body. Strip your clothes, get in front of the mirror, take a picture of you from the front and from the side.
Okay. I did that. I mean, I was very uncomfortable to. Whenever I look at mirror, there are a lot of criticism of the way I do a self-talk with about my body.
Yeah. So what if you let's say, what if you could, if you are having difficulty seeing you completely here, what if you looked at the picture and the moment you're going to see the picture, your judgments are going to surface.
Yes.
Everything that is bringing up, I know, great and destroyed all, right? Shots, boys and girls.
Yes.
Yeah, everything that is bringing up, uncreated and destroyed all, right? Shots, boys and beyond. So if I were to choose the kind of body that I would like to have, what would it be like? Are you willing to identify the kind of body that you would like to create for you as well?
Yes.
Yeah. And give yourself time. I mean, 15 is an easily doable number.
Yeah.
So everywhere I've decided. So whatever your weight is at this point in time, what if you says everything this weight means to me, I uncreate and destroy it all. Right on with the purple night shots, boys and beyonds, and the weight minus 15, everything that weight means to me, I now uncreate and destroy it all. Right on with the purple night shots, boys and beyonds. What have you defined as the comfortable number for your weight for the weight on your body? Without which it's going to be too much change for you.
60.
Mm-hmm. So everything 60 means to you. Can you please uncreate and destroy it all?
Mm-hmm.
Right on the purple night shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere you've decided here, 60, at 60, you will be out of control. When and where have you decided you'll be out of control being 60? And will you allow you to have the 60?
Yes.
And anything which is not allowed, uncreate and destroy it all, right? To the
I think that allowance is not there. I don't know. I mean, I constantly feel that there's a conflict.
Yeah. So what will it take for me to have greater allowance for what I would like to have as my reality? What would it take for me to have greater allowance for what I would like to have as my reality? And anything which does not allow that, times a godzillion, and all the DGCZs, and the projections, expectations, separations, relations, conclusions I have with that weight, with or without the weight, can we please uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, my shots, boys and beyonds. And come on, Preeti, you're just one choice away. You're one choice away from creating and having that reality.
True. True.
What if you didn't have to bombard yourself of doing something for the whole year? What if just for today, I'm willing to do this much for my body? Just for today, I want to eat healthy. Just for today, I want to go for a walk.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
probably just running restoration might do you some wonders.
What? Running restoration.
Restoration and communion with Mother Earth might do you some wonders.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jim. It's already 1 hour.
It's 1 hour. I had a disastrous start, but I kept saying, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And thank you so much, guys, for showing up. And
Jim, can you please tell me about what we have to do after taking the picture? What exercise you were telling?
Sorry?
That what exercise after taking the picture? What you were telling about taking the picture? What we actually have to do?
Yeah, so I mean, if you just click a picture of you front and on and from the side, I mean, side is the perfect view that you have of the extra extra stuff that you put on the body, and the front, of course, you know. So click a picture, and then when you see your picture, if you're not willing to see yourself in the mirror, if you see your picture, don't you think your judgments are going to surface? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I have this extra thing. Oh my God, I have this extra flab. Oh my God, I didn't realize I've got stretch marks. Oh my God, this. Immediately it's like, oh my God, world, universe is going to come crashing in. So what if you looked at this picture and kept saying pock and pot for everything that shows up, everything that is bringing up, uncreate and destroy it all?
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep doing pock and pot till you can actually, I mean, it's just something that you can do. I mean, it's something that I would do for myself, and hence I'm sharing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for the wonderful call. Any upcoming classes?
I actually have a joy of business coming up tomorrow, starting tomorrow. It's going to be for 6 days from 10 to 2. And yes, there's always foundation lined up. Right now, of course, it's going to be my first joy of business starting tomorrow. And yeah, there's actually lots, yeah, one by one, all of it. I'm sure you'll find it in social media. I will be posting it up. And yeah, if it feels light to anyone, if you do join me in one of my classes, would love to have you there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.